Hi beauties, it's Cara theBubblelush. Now on this channel and in real life, I've been trying to focus on health and eating better, but today we're gonna kind of step away from that for a little bit, and I apologize. Now I don't know about you, but my summer is filled with potlucks for some reason, and on this particular day I was invited to a potluck that afternoon, which is always nice. Now Hannah really wanted to make whoopie pies for whatever reason, and usually we make them from scratch, but you can also make them from a cake mix, and I was in a hurry this particular day. So I figured since some of you probably aren't familiar with whoopie pies and how delicious they are, they're kind of like an ice cream sandwich in a way. That's kind of the easiest thing to relate them to without the ice cream. But if you're the type of person that likes making things from scratch, and I am too usually, then I promise you there are a ton of recipes on the web and there's lots of variations as well. You don't have to use just chocolate cake mix, you can do red velvet or lemon or strawberry or whatever. You can also change the flavor of the filling. So the combinations are infinite. This is just kind of like Whoopie Pie 101, and Hannah really wanted to share the recipe with you guys too. So we filmed it and here it is. We're gonna start with the Devil's Food cake mix, adding that to the mixer. And then adding 3/4 of a cup of water. So here's a half cup and a 1/4 cup, because who knows where my 3/4 cup measuring cup is. Probably messy somewhere. Then we're gonna do 1/2 cup of oil. I'm just using Trader Joe's canola oil. And then add 3 eggs. Since we're using farm fresh eggs, I like to crack them in a separate container just so you can ensure that there's nothing funky in there. Plus it also keeps eggshells out of your cake mix. And the last thing we're gonna add is some Jell-O. Now this is just the chocolate instant pudding. My husband bought the 6-ounce package, you just want the 4-ounce package. So I use my food scale to take out 2 ounces, leaving 4 ounces in the bag, and I'm just gonna pour that in here. And mix it up. Okay, now we have our batter all mixed up. The oven is preheating to 350 degrees and we need to pipe out all of these cookies. Now pipe out can sound overwhelming. It's really not. It's very easy. All you need to do is buy these Wilton piping bags. These things are great. You can also use a Ziploc bag, but really just these. Invest in a pack of them. They're not that expensive. And then use this really big tip. You can see this is big. It's a 1M Wilton cake tip, the start point. Let's get some scissors up in here. There's my kitchen scissors. Probably about that much. Might even need to take off more. Throw the tip in there. Okay, now see that? It's how it's kind of covering. We don't want that. We need to cut off even more. There we go. That's nice. Okay. Now I have a really big mason jar. You can use any cup. It just gives your bag some stability while you're filling it. And then you just scoop in your filling. You see how it has like a mousse consistency? Seriously, this stuff is delicious. See, we got our bag loaded. You don't want to fill it all the way. You're gonna have to refill it partway through, not a big deal. Just gonna start squeezing it out. Now, we're gonna make small ones because I'm bringing this to a potluck. And you're just gonna make little swirls. Try to keep a consistent size because remember, you're gonna have to match these up to make a pie. Okay. Put these in the oven for about 10 minutes. Just keep an eye on them. You might need to go up to 12 minutes. Aren't they pretty? All right, the last batch is out of the oven and cooling. These are all cool. And now we just need to match them up by size. So you want to find like this one and this one, say. They're about the same size. That's a good match. So you just want to go through and match them up, and then we will fill them with our frosting. You can easily make a homemade frosting for these, but I am in a really big hurry right now. So I like to use this Cool Whip frosting. I've used this before and it's delicious. So since I'm in a hurry today, that's what I'm going to use.
When we make these together, they're so yummy and sweet. 'Cause when we make them, they're so sweet.
Bump bump.
Bump bump.
All right, so I just took this mini cupcake tin. It does a really good job of kind of keeping everything in place. And I paired all of the cookies up. I put all my frosting in a bag. There's no tip. I just cut a little bit off. And all you do is simply squeeze it around and then kind of fill it in a little bit and just set it on top. Don't squeeze it down. People will squeeze it down when they go to take a bite. For right now, keep it nice and light.
Dad, my mom and me are making some whoopie pies.
Whoopie pies!
This is the bracelet I made for my mom.
Oh, that's so nice.
And there you go. I'm going to fill all these up.
Yeah.
So I have to apologize. I made the #1 mistake that a vlogger can make, and I didn't film the final whoopie pie. My husband came home and he was like, "Aren't you guys ready to go?" And we weren't. So we had to rush and get out the door, and all of the whoopie pies were gone within 5 minutes, so I couldn't even get a picture of them at the actual potluck. Sad for me, but it goes to show you they really are delicious. So instead, here is a picture of Hannah with the crazy hairdo eating whoopie pie. You can kind of see what they look like. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will talk to you later. Hannah gets a bite. What do you guys think?
Delicious.
Look at William's little feet. Oh.
I want to eat all of that.
You want to eat all of that?
Yeah, by myself, because I want to eat it by myself.
Okay, you can eat it by yourself.